this is how a computer might perceive an image. It's think of an Excel spreadsheet, and each cell contains three different values, and that would be red, green, blue. And sometimes you can have a grayscale in there as well, so it could be 4. But the idea is that you use all of these for a basic classification model. You use all of these numbers to build up a set of averages. So if it's if you're trying to identify a particular type of asset, or maybe it's an animal, could be anything, you build up averages of these types of images, and those averages can be a statistical weighting that gets used when trying to classify an image next. So you might have 20 different classifications, or let's just say cat, dog, rooster, and you put all of these in different folders. You process them through an algorithm, and that algorithm holds onto that statistical average for you. So it's just getting an idea that at the end of the day, this is just pattern recognition on the back of numbers, or averaging. And so it just makes it easier for people to understand if they're not familiar. So from the automated feature extraction end, how much data do you need? I would say 1,000 examples for each type of classification type. So before we even get to this level where we're doing our field collection, which we go out and about, and we start running our machine learning algorithm over the top of it, you need that 1,000 examples first. Then you have the algorithm gets written around that data set, and then you can start doing change detection on it as well. So if you wanted to go down that route with this particular one, yes. So in the chat, AWS AI tools can be used as well, if necessary. You can also, I believe they've got various services to allow you to get some people to help you with the object detection drawing. So when you're creating your set, if you want to focus on an object, so as opposed to a classification model where it's just a whole image, object detection, you want to draw a box around a particular object, and that'll help you identify certain things. They've got services where you can actually get people to help fill out that a set of data for you. So if you've got some examples, you handball it over to them, and they'll continue to create those examples for you. So yeah, this is just an example of the web view for collaboration. So part of the services that we provide is that once you've gone out and done your collection, if you need to share that with others in order to do the types of collaboration, you can actually have your own personalized street view. This can have WFS embedded. So I mean, I tried to get it working before this meeting with one of my colleagues, was just getting the WFS overlay. Couldn't get it done before the meeting, but you can have property boundaries set. You could, if it's super highly accurate, it looks a lot nicer than if it's maybe 10 meters out. So you want to make sure that whatever data that you're putting in here for WFS is highly accurate. You can also share the collected assets and infrastructure. So if you're doing trees or poles or anything like that, those particular assets can be shared through here, and people can inspect what that is. And if they need to do visual inspections of various types of assets, given the fact that we're all living in COVID times now, you'd want to allow people to be able to visually inspect without actually having to go out and about. So this is one angle, or one way in which we can engage that. So yeah, here is geotiffing export. So one of the great things about this product is that you're able to create your own roadmaps. So when you can end up creating polygons, and as the car's driving out, it'll pick up different various areas where you can create these geotiff tiles, pair them all together to create a map. So if somebody's working on line markings or needs to do defect detection, you can do that from even a bird's eye view as well, by extracting it from the 360 view. So it's a really good tool for helping to manage line markings where required, and also just doing basic defect detection. Okay, so yep. So this is also doing some machine learning or some detection. So We can actually do, I think we mentioned this, change detection on various types of objects. The whole process, as said before, you want to grab the data, get some pre-processing on it. So maybe that's just correcting the geospatial. You might have a deep learning segmentation. There's various elements that you can blend into this process. Then you might have some element of computer vision post-processing. So you can actually split images up into different formats to be able to identify things a little bit better, and use those as separate data formats. So then you'll have your machine learning classification model. Here, I just wanted to demonstrate on this particular part. This is from Tesla's AI Day. And I wanted to demonstrate just how far machine learning and, I mean, if you want to call it AI, how far computer vision and machine learning has come. It's gotten to the point where, not only can we do object detection, segmentation, obstruction detection, but you've got various different machine learning algorithms that can all tie in together. So the level of sophistication that, some organizations, of course, multi-billion-dollar organizations are working on at the moment for just the ability for driverless cars is just phenomenal. Even to the point where instead of relying on maps from like Google Maps, Bing Maps or anything like that, it's also using their computers, which are the cameras, which are practically stereo cameras, to start building up their own maps and their own understanding, so that they can sync that with every other car and continue to build better and better performance. So just, when it comes to this type of technology and where that technology is going, it's just becoming more and more sophisticated, especially in the deep learning space. So I'll probably end it here, but if you want to avoid these types of mistakes, maybe you should give us a call, and we'd be happy to talk to you about what sorts of issues you might be going through and the types of solutions we've got on offer.